Hey family, it's Shay Seeking. Hope all is well with you guys. This is the early morning, somewhat evening because I haven't gone to bed yet for me. But I just wanted to go ahead and lay something down really quick. So I posted this image a couple of days ago. Joel 2 and 9. They swarm over the city and run along the walls. They enter the houses, climb like thieves through the window, right? Okay. So again, I think it was Michael Moore that just did a video. And he was doing a video, I like to go ahead and go in, it was sounding all good and everything at first. And then he started to talk about the fact of a couple of things that made me like, but I did go ahead and listen to a couple of minutes of it. And he said something that someone like him would know, because he said he tried this several times and failed, right? So he's talking about the fact that he has tried to get into these buildings that they're saying people went into with his crew, sneak around, do this and that. It just does not work. That these are buildings that you would never be able to go into or engage. And so this made me think of this post again. So I just watched that video, but I posted this earlier or yesterday, right? So this is what I mean about paying attention to different frequencies. And, I talk about television, but again, I don't necessarily have cable in my house, but I do have a Fire Stick, and I do watch things on YouTube, especially my soul siblings, other documentaries, and I listen to other people when I'm doing things around the house. So this is what I mean about us having the power to tap into things no matter what, right? So him saying that just made me want to go ahead and look up something, because it reminded me of a Bible verse, okay? So again, let me go ahead and see if we can pull it up. And here it is. Actually, there's two. I think there's one in Matthew, and then there's this one, okay? So Luke 12:39. And it says, but understand this, if the owner of the house had known, and I think one of my soul siblings asked a question too the other day and said, what did they say? That also made me think of something. Oh, we really need to be wondering, how or why, or I don't know, something to that nature that just really I didn't even think about it like that, right? So or what was it really trying to show us by them doing that, if you think a little bit deeper? But yeah, so it says but understand this, if the owner of the house had known at what hour the thief was coming, he would not have let the house be broken into. Now, that just speaks volumes right here, okay? We can read different versions of it here. Understand this, if a homeowner knew exactly when a burglar was coming, he would not permit his house to be broken into. Now, they knew that this stuff was going on. They knew from whenever, Trumpet said that he was going to be doing, when they said he was inciting or encouraging these people to do whatnot, they knew. I think even Alex Jones said something to the point where they were already there, and they had meetings scheduled for other things that were going on the 5th, right? On the 5th. And we know these people had to be piling in and coming in days prior to that, okay? So again, if these buildings are always protected, and if something is going on as important, okay, excuse me, if something was going on as important as it was, then how did these people get in there? And then again, how did they make off with iPads and tablets? And what are these people so worried about and so afraid of being brought up or said by someone to cut all these people off, including small YouTube channels and other big YouTube channels? YouTube obviously wants nothing to do with this, right? You may catch some things on Facebook, but that's dwindling away at this point now. And so I saw videos of lines and lines of cars pulling into this place a couple days prior with some of these groups prior to the whole thing happening on the 6th, the insurrection they're calling it, right? Okay. So again, what would be different about this day? Wouldn't they have extra security that day, knowing what was going to happen, knowing that they were in there doing something very important? Just seems kind of suspect to me. Just seems kind of suspect. All right. So let's go here. I'm going to go ahead and look at, no, we'll stay here real quick. Let's just see what else is going on. All right. It says, therefore keep watch, because you do not know on what day your Lord will come. Okay. Therefore stay awake, for you do not know on what day your Lord is coming. Okay. Let's see. So you will also, oh, apologies. Okay. So you also must be ready, because the Son of Man will come at an hour when you do not expect him. Okay. Who then is the faithful and the wise servant whom the master has put in charge of the servants in his household to give them their food, okay, or their consumption or something of that nature at the proper time, okay? Something that you will consume or take, possibly a vaccine, okay? I'm just going through here so you can see. What is this? A faithful, sensible servant is one to whom the master can give the responsibility of managing his other household servants and feed them. All right. Oh, okay. It's quiet in here, and somebody's alarm or something just went off. Okay. So it says here that a faithful, sensible servant is one to whom the master can give the responsibility of managing his other household servants. So again, one thing that just came to my mind again, okay, and feed them or consume them. So again, now wait a minute now, shit. Another thing that he said in that video was something about a flyer. Now, he was playing around for the first 15 minutes, 28 minutes of the video. You know what I'm saying? And I can't get mad at him, because I do this too, but not purposely. It's just I like to kind of inform on what I'm talking about and then go into sharing the image, right? But again, he's playing around with something that's like, you know, we really want to know and we really should see or whatever with this paper that he wanted to show. So I don't even know if he showed it or not. I clicked it off because I went into something else. But one thing he said was in all cities with capital buildings, okay, that there's flyers all over these towns telling people to come to Washington. Do you understand what I'm saying? Carrying weapons. I mean, not Washington, but their capital buildings, even if they can't make it to Washington, in their own home. Right? In their own hometown. Go to there. Carrying weapons, right? All right? Because some shit is about to go down. And you think about the fact that this whole Blake thing has been real quiet. It has been real quiet. I don't even know if anybody is out there, but they're acting as though this is something that's going on. Because I told you I saw the military going into there last week, okay? In this Kenosha thing, all right? We already know that in that thing last year, okay, somebody that got off, that's out living his best life right now, that had killed someone, that young man, okay, or that person, basically got away with murder. He was able to carry a weapon that looked like it's something that you should not be able to carry. And, you know, I'm not going to go too deep into it. I don't even know if he was supposed to carry it or whatnot. And they showed you that we just going to let him off for this. Okay. Along with the so-called officer. You know, I don't see anything popping with that. All right. So now we're seeing someone being able to take this weapon and go and shoot into a crowd and kill and harm people. Now, they want all these people to go to their Capitol buildings. See what I'm saying? And it's a lot of spiritual, ritualistic sorcery going on right now. Because how are these people assembling? What's going on? We're over here in our zone, again, which again, I agree we should stay in our zone when it comes to us. I'm reading something in the Coburn Bible right now that I hope to share with you guys tomorrow that is speaking of this in particular. No, matter of fact, it was the Nag Hammadi. Okay? The Nag Hammadi, and I forget what book it is, but I saved it. Of this very thing. Okay? So these people are going to be having these weapons now. And we just reading this part right here. Where are they? Where are the people? Where is everybody over there in the Capitol, especially when something like this was going on? Are they already hiding in the rocks? And now they've rallied up these people that now know that you're saying that this is not your fight. And that's what they get. And they're out there supposedly fighting for justice or something of that matter. Okay? Just like the lady that was pierced in the neck or pierced in the chest. The so-called white lady. That they couldn't show the image of that going on because it was too gruesome. But they can show somebody slowly being choked to death by the police over and over again that looked like you. Okay? And so then a video actually popped up later on in my feed about these people in Texas that are having their weapons and they're going, I think it looks like what they're talking about actually already, right? Because it's supposed to occur very soon, all right? This thing that he was saying that these flyers are all up. And see, they're having their own one whole talking over there. So this is why I'm saying we have to be paying the fuck attention to that. Because at this point in time, you are ready to stand up and somebody ready to sit your ass right back down. Whether it be vaccine administered by military or them hiring civilians like KKK, like other militias that have been brought on us in the past with weapons. Okay? I don't know if I like the way it looked. Now, I'm not saying what it is or what it ain't. I'm just saying what it's looking like and what a possibility or something we should be just paying attention to. Because this is what we should do. You should always have your ear to the pavement. Okay? Because this could go totally wrong. This could go a whole nother motherfucking direction. Hold on. Let's just read this real quick. Give them their food at the proper time. Okay? Managing his house. Okay? All right? Let's see. To give them the food in season. Okay? Because we was talking about something being harvested, right? It's ready for the harvest? I don't know. I don't like the way that this sounds. I didn't notice that at first. I didn't notice that. it will be good for that servant, because again, in our spiritual way, and we're vibrating in that higher frequency now. That is something that's naturally within us. Don't think that something could not. And again, I feel like some of us that are in that state are protected to a certain extent. Okay, not even just on no magical spiritual things, but probably because of certain bloodlines and things of this nature, right? That are connected to something that is to a group of beings, okay, or something that is more powerful, or to source, right? That would be connected to that, would be having us some people that would be specified, like they had the special trees in the garden. Those special trees were family trees or bloodlines as well, okay, in my eyes. All right. So this thing, it would be good for the servant whose master finds him doing so when he returns. So again, just doesn't mean that they couldn't raise a frequency or plant something into one group in a certain other kind of way, in a mindset, with all of this stuff that they're supposed to be putting in these vaccines in another group. Okay. So this could be something that could turn out to be something, but I know we need to be paying attention to something, because I just got a really disgusting feeling about this. I mean, and we can also be talking about the fact that Pence is now supposedly in charge of things while they're finishing up these final days or whatever. And again, and that makes me wonder also about the only has a short time, But anyways, I tell you the truth. The master will put that servant in charge of all he owns. Okay, so I'm just saying, the property, are you that? Yeah, yeah. And again, it says all of his property. Now, I know in some kind of sense, the commoners, peasants, and servants, or foreign, those with foreign privilege, um, are also their possession, right? So again, this could be talking about also uh, cleaning house when it comes to rebellious people that actually can do something about the situation, because they do have particular rights, because they are living creatures or living beings. Okay. And this will be them going again, and that's why they're calling it insurrection, because it's an act against a civil authorities, right? Okay. An act against civil authorities. All right. So it's a different type of energy and frequency than what we're dwelling in, right? With the fact that we may not go up into the Capitol and do these things, but these particular people will. And again, we didn't see any weapons, nor did I see many cell phones or anything like this. But again, it's just strange. It's just strange, because this whole thing is just making me think mind control. It's making me think 5G. It's making me think about these little ports that they have, these what do you call it? Drones flying around, okay, at night over your head, okay, which they just recently made that gave that a go, or a green light, in a lot of different states. Okay. So again, I'm just saying, pay attention, because this could be leading to something that may not be very nice. And he then begins to beat his fellow servants and to eat and drink with drunkards, or partying, okay? And he begins beating the other servants, partying and getting drunk, okay? The master of that servant will come on a day when he does not expect him, and in an hour he is not aware. Okay. So again, I'm still looking a lot at what's going on with Pence, and what's going on with the whole moving around that's going on in that realm. And I'm also thinking about the fact that we are coming into something too. we are coming into a certain level of consciousness again. Or we're supposed to be going into a point where we'll be going through our coronation. Okay. All right. Meeting the Father in heaven for me is and what I've taken in is meeting this person, meeting this energy that is on the throne, right, in your temple, with which is in your mind. Okay. All right. Or in your brain. You know what I'm saying? It has something to do with the workings of a state of mind or a consciousness. Okay. A frequency or energy, right? Having to do with something that was already placed there by source, that would automatically happen when certain things start to occur in the world and we start to feel a certain way, where they have to do this and try to create power outside of themselves. And this is why they give so much money to the military, and this is why they're always doing something and try to get something a little bit more tech, when it comes to technology and weapons. Okay. So again, be safe out there. I know that it's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now, but again, we just need to be in tune. We need to be paying attention. And yeah, we need to be prepared. Again, there may be some type of shortage coming. There may be some type of famine coming. I think because I did a video on this last year, I think that a lot of people, we forget what even happened 6 months ago, 4 months ago. 12 million people just lost unemployment. Things are going in another direction here, guys. These camps are possibly really getting filled already at the moment. You see? That people tried to warn about for a very long time. And I don't know. I just feel a certain energy. I just do. I just really do. And it's just really, it had me just all sitting today. Just and trying to just go within and just taking time to just dwell. Okay. So yeah, take care.